Coming up on Mountain News this morning, what began as a Knox County teenager reported missing quickly turned into a human trafficking case. And 2 daycare workers were released on bond after being arrested on child abuse charges, but not all parents agree with the decision. Plus, the Better Business Bureau says to watch out for scam artists pretending to be from your cable company. They have more information on how.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Wednesday, April 24th. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Brandon, what can folks expect as they travel to work this morning?
So far, not too bad. I think we'll see a few more clouds this morning, maybe a couple of stray showers up to the north and to the east. But as we take a look at UVA-wise, pretty quiet this morning. No major issues. Again, just a few more clouds as you head out the door. Maybe a few stars overnight. A little bit of ground clutter near the radar side at Jackson, but for the most part, a couple of showers up around I-64 going back into West Virginia. But that's basically all the game in town this morning. Temperatures across the board in the mid to upper 50s and low 60s, depending on where you are. Ridges a little warmer than those valleys this morning. Take a look at the day planner. We're going to see temperatures climb quickly into the 70s by lunchtime, and maybe just a stray chance for a shower in the heat of the day late. Not expecting much though. 77 a daytime high. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Taylor?
All right, thank you, Brandon. What began as a Knox County teenager reported missing quickly turned into a human trafficking case, landing 3 people in jail. Knox County deputies say the 16-year-old Corbin girl was found locked in the back of a U-Haul truck in another state. WYMT's Justin Case went to Barberville to talk with the deputies about the investigation.
Knox County deputies say the family of a 16-year-old Corbin girl reported her missing Saturday night. About 24 hours later, she was found locked in the back of a U-Haul in Cincinnati.
When you have charges of kidnapping and human trafficking, there's going to be some sort of deception that's took place.
Deputies say a tip led Cincinnati police to find the U-Haul and the girl. Taking every missing persons case seriously is what officials say helped locate the teen.
We get a lot of calls of missing people. Like you say, a lot of them usually runaways. That's something, we enter them in the database. We go through the system each time, as it could lead to something to this. But 99% of the time it don't.
Officials say Tiffany Cheek lured the girl from her home after claiming she was her guardian. That's when they say the teen was locked in the U-Haul before 34-year-old Michael Nason engaged in sexual activity with her.
We realized that it was serious. We didn't want anything like this to happen again, so we needed to start acting pretty quickly.
A third person was also arrested, 27-year-old Carl Hickman. Officials say he also helped take the girl. He was arrested in Cincinnati and will be extradited to Kentucky.
A lot of cases like his, they're hard to work. There's a lot involved in it. But on it like this case here, Deputy Luttrell, he's got a good, strong case.
In their decades of service, officials here say this is the first time they have seen a human trafficking case in this area.
It's something you never get used to, but you just got to make sure the victim's taken care of, and that's what's most important.
Working to get justice for a person whose life might never be the same.
The 3 arrested faced a host of criminal charges, the most serious being kidnapping, rape, and human trafficking. The human trafficking charges are state charges for now, but could become federal charges. And Kentucky State Police say a Knox County teen is under arrest after threatening to shoot several students at Lynn Camp High School. Police received a complaint from a concerned parent detailing the threats. Troopers talked with the caller and her daughter, a Lynn Camp student, and traced the threats to another student, a 14-year-old boy who admitted to making the threats. The boy is in the Breathitt County Juvenile Detention Center and is charged with second-degree terroristic threatening. And now 2 Wayne County daycare workers are out on bond and facing abuse allegations. Diana Willett and Tasha Cox were arrested. Police say Willett taunted a 2-year-old with a doll. They say Cox caught it on camera and posted it online. The video was reported to police, and investigators say it shows Willett shaking the doll in the child's face as the little girl backs under a table. The girl's mother says Wendy's Wonderland Daycare, where the 2 worked, knew about the child's fear of dolls and small animals. Other parents say they feel the two did nothing wrong.
They take care of my children and my child 100%. I mean, Ms. Kuntz and Diane both, they have been there and interacted with my child with no issues here at the daycare and off from the daycare site.
The daycare's owner stands by the workers, saying they were using a new technique on an upset child. We reached out to the child's mother and have not yet heard back. 2 civil cases are on hold against the teenager accused in the Marshall County High School shooting. The attorney for Gabe Parker said the civil cases could force him to testify against himself. The lawsuits were filed by the estates for Preston Cope and Bailey Holt. The 2 students were killed in the shooting last year. Parker's attorney requested the delay until the criminal case against the teen is complete. In California, Pacific Gas and Electric is asking state regulators to allow it to raise rates. The request comes after the company filed for bankruptcy and admitted its equipment probably started last year's Camp Fire. That was the deadliest wildfire in California's history, killing more than 85 people. PG&E wants the typical California household to pay more than $22 extra each month for service. The death toll in Sri Lanka is now at 359 from the Easter Sunday bombings. Officials say at least 60 people have been arrested and they're still looking for more suspects. ISIS released a video of bombers supposedly involved, claiming responsibility for the attacks. Sri Lanka says the attacks were in retaliation for the New Zealand mosque shooting last month. However, they provided no evidence, and New Zealand's Prime Minister says she has no intelligence linking the two. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Just ahead, today is National Pig in a Blanket Day, but that might not mean what you think it does.
The forecast for most of today stays pretty nice, but there are rain chances possible over the next few days. I'll have the latest details in about 3 minutes.